Just let's think for a minute about the big wars, about military and cold conflicts around the globe last century. Actually, all of them are fighting for land and fossils. Now imagine that there is no more dependence on fossils, and the energy is available and almost unlimited for all the countries. So, in this case, there is no reasons for conflicts, and there is no room for any kind of dictate from any side. It's an amazing word, but let's come back to the, let's say, economical side of this coin. And to start with, I would like to share with you one citation. The Stone Age ends not because people run out of stones. The innovation of the technique of the smelting ore ended the Stone Age and began Bronze Age. And this is a metaphoric reflection of our days. The coal, oil and gas become past, not just because those energy sources are not renewable, but because we already have innovative technology, viable innovative technology, and viable way to produce energy from renewables. And on top of that, this way is green. What about the demand? Definitely, we will need more and more energy year by year. And there are plenty of new demand drivers, and they are also created by the innovations, like huge data centers, 3D printing, electric transport, everything around us. And there are two key drivers for technology substitution, or technological cycles. The first, the technology should be reliable, and the second, economically efficient. When we talk about energy, there are both drivers actually on place. The funny historical fact, the Albert Einstein, he got his Nobel Prize not for the famous theory of relativity, but he got it for the much more practical invention, the discovery of the law of the photovoltaic effect in 1921. So the renewable technologies are definitely reliable. For example, rollout of the new production line to create PV modules takes 4 to 6 months from scratch. The other example, the construction and full commencement of, let's say, 1 megawatt nominal power solar park, 6, maximum 8 weeks. And now compare with the oil drilling cycle, for example, or the construction of the classical, let's say, gas turbine electric plant. We are much faster, we are more effective, and we can place we can supply the demand locally or globally and very fast for the specific purpose. What about the economic efficiency? The last 15 years, the cost of the PV modules slapped down 20 times. Now we are around 40 euro cent per watt power. And the cost of generation of 1 kilowatt hour production is similar actually now, or even lower than the traditional. Actually, there is a very tricky, let's say, calculations of the avoidance cost, or how they call it, the market cost of the electricity, because nobody take into account the damages from the fossils procession, from the CO emission, and so on. And all these things are not included in the avoidance cost. But okay, even in this situation, now with the current prices for the, let's say, solar modules, we are competitive. And for example, the new big parks, they are not getting the subsidy.